All right. Welcome back to another episode of my movie review series, episode 506. Now, last week, said that I was going to go to what did I say? I cannot remember what I said last week. Well, yeah, I'm going to Oz. I'm going to the wonderful world, wonderful land. Is it a world or is it a land? Yeah, I'm off to see the wizard. That's what I'm doing today. I'm off to see the wizard, the wonderful Wizard of Oz. Yes, the Wizard of Oz. How hard was that? Yeah, 1939. Yeah, anybody who is new to being here, and you got a problem with me doing an old ass movie, something that is 1939. Brother, sister, whoever you are, you shouldn't be saying shit because I did Nosferatu. He doesn't get any older than that. Okay. But yeah, Wizard of Oz, 1939. Yeah, Judy Garland, Margaret Hamilton, a bunch of others that I cannot name right now. And I just looked at the list of names too. I just looked at the cast list, and now the name just slipped my mind. You know. Yeah, Judy Garland and Margaret Hamilton. Those are the only familiar names because they got much more praise over the years in this movie. So yeah, and we got the Munchkins. Yeah, actual dwarfs they used to play the Munchkins. They didn't use kids. They didn't use people to stand on their knees. No, they use actual dwarf to play the Munchkins. And yeah, I gotta tell you something about the Munchkins. I remember, I remember watching the Rosie O'Donnell show back. Rosie O'Donnell back when she had her own talk show back in the '90s. I remember watching the Rosie O'Donnell show, and Alec Baldwin was a guest, and he had sung the entire song about yeah, the lottie podcast, the lottie podcast. You know, if we were walking you to Munchkin Land, yeah, he sung the whole song, but here's what he did: balloons. He sucked in many balloons just so he can get just so he can get the Munchkin voice. Yeah, yeah, he sucked in another balloon, kept singing the song about the lollipop girl, the lollipop girl. Okay, word for word, lyric for lyric. The audience is getting a kick out of it because the nostalgia that's going on. Rosie's sitting there, she is just loving it, man. I tell you, man, it's like one of the coolest things you could ever see. I don't know what he was promoting at the time, but hell, he was having fun. That was a fun moment. So yeah, sucking in helium balloons, just so you get the voice. You're sucking in helium balloons just so you can get the voice of an actual munchkin. You know? Yeah. Follow your big road. Follow your big road. Follow your big road. I mean, oh my God, man. The munchkins, you gotta love those little guys, man. You gotta love them. Yeah, we have to see the wizard. One of them is in the vase. I mean, the whole thing. This is one magical movie, man. This is one magical movie. This movie so celebrated throughout the years, throughout throughout a century. I mean, damn, damn. Throughout the years, throughout the decades, throughout a century, this movie is so celebrated, man. Not even a full century because we're not in 2039 yet, but still, you know, still, man, I tell you, so celebrated throughout the And just think, it's based off of a series of books. Another on-screen adaptation from a book. So yeah, a storybook. So yeah, I tell you, you know, but yeah, this is like, and this movie is the holiday staple too. I mean, that's why I chose to do this movie during the week of Thanksgiving, because this movie is a holiday staple. I mean, if you live through the years, and um, you know about basic cable, these channels called TBS and TNT, they will show The Wizard of Oz every year on Thanksgiving or during the entire week or weekend of Thanksgiving. They will show The Wizard of Oz. And yeah, you know, I do not know a single person that does not watch this movie. I tell you, man. You know, either you seen the movie all the way through, either you seen the movie in parts. You know this movie. Okay, you know about the Yellow Brick Road. Okay, you know about the Emerald City. You know about the the Twister. The tornado that came in, swept up Kansas, swept up Dorothy's house. You know, swept up Dorothy's house. She ends up over the rainbow, and this is where the movie magic comes in. This movie, it made history. This is a historical picture. Okay, yeah, yeah. This is where movie magic comes in. This is where they went from not black and white, but I think it's septa, something like that. They went from that color ratio, and when she opened up the door, when she opened up her front door, and we see color on screen, that was historic, because you never see anything like that, ever seen anything like that before. You know, went from um, basic basic color that they were using to actual color. Red, yellow, blue, and everything mixed in between those. You know, with that to that on the screen, never been done before. 100% historic. That was a moment right there, kid. That was a moment. So yeah, you know, you know, this movie, yeah, it's magical in that sense. And yeah, I tell you, man, I tell you, yeah, the magic that this movie holds, still, you know, it has a lot of heart. It has a lot of heart. When we was introduced to the characters. Yeah, Dorothy. This girl. Yeah, small and meek. Yeah, such a innocent soul. Such an innocent soul, and yeah, she is just a huge ball of goodness. You gotta love the girl. You are 100% rooting for this girl. Yeah, you know Margaret Hamilton's character coming in. Damn, what's her name? But yeah, yeah, that mean old woman coming in, and yeah, she gonna take Toto away, because Toto just being Toto. Toto, he just being a dog, an innocent little puppy dog. Yeah, she wanna come and take him away, so he can get destroyed. So yeah, yeah, just for that alone, you're gonna hate the bitch. Just for that alone. Okay. Yeah, anybody that want to kill a dog, yeah, you want to hate them right there. You want to hate them right then and there, okay? So yeah, and then yeah, later on when she becomes the Wicked Witch, and she's gonna threaten to get Dorothy, because Dorothy wouldn't give up the ruby red shoes that her sister has worn, and now Glinda, the Good Witch, not played by Ariana Grande, but played by this other woman, this very beautiful woman. I mean, so yeah, you know, yeah, Ariana Grande plays Galinda, I think, yeah, in Wicked, right? I mean, so yeah, you know, but yeah, she's not in this movie. This is 1939, and Ariana Grande was born in what 2000 something. How old is she? Yeah. Anyway, yeah, yeah, yeah. I think you guys know what I'm talking about. So yeah, so yeah, man. I tell you. So yeah, I tell you, man. You got um. Yeah, she want to take the ruby red slippers. Take them take the ruby red slippers because they belong to her sister, the wicked witch of the east, the wicked witch of the west. Here, want those slippers. All this trouble because of a pair of shoes. Okay, I mean, yeah, that's something I do understand because when it comes to women and designer shoes, they don't play. They do not play. They will cut that bitch just to get them. Yeah. So I get it. I get it. Yeah, I get it. 100% understandable. Yeah, yeah. So yeah, some angry old woman want a pair of shoes from a cute innocent young woman. Yeah, she need these shoes just so she can get back home to where she was. She wanted to get back home to the Sepka and to get away from the colors. Yeah, because there's no place like home. I mean, yeah, she had this incredible adventure. She met these incredible individuals. Yeah, a man made of tin, a scarecrow, and a lion. A lion who is not ferocious at all. As a matter of fact, he's just a big ass pussy cat. What a real pussy this lion is. I tell you, yes, he is. Yes, yeah. And he admits it too. Yeah, he is a coward. I mean, yeah, yeah, the cowardly lion. These are some lovable characters for real. I mean, yeah, when we met the Tin Man, yeah, he asking for that oil can, cause that, yeah, I mean, hey, dude just he was minding his own, chopping wood. Next thing you know, it rained on him, and yeah, metal and water, doesn't work very well together. So yeah, it rained on him. He rusted, he froze for quite a long while. So yeah, once the Scarecrow and Dorothy came up on him, okay, you see people, okay, oil can, oil can. He yelled it out. He yelled out oil can. Yeah, they got to get his jaw first. So yeah, yeah. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, yeah. Could you get my arms too? Yeah. Put the oil can on his joints. On his neck. Okay, yeah, he can move again. Oh God, he's been sitting like that for days, man. So yeah, yeah. So yeah, what was his problem? Yeah, the Tinsman didn't even give him a heart. You know, I mean, he been walking around without a heart. One heartless son of a bitch he was. I tell you. I mean, hell, the Scarecrow, man. He he wasn't any better. That cat didn't have a brain. Okay, no forethought for anything. I mean, yeah, he just do. He's like a dog chasing cars. He just do. He has no forethought on why he's doing it. So yeah, I mean, if only he had a brain, he would actually know how to do shit. So yeah, Dorothy, Dorothy, that poor girl, she just want to get home. She just want to get home. Her and her little dog Toto, they just want to get home. And they run into the forest and they come across this lion. Lion, yeah, he coming up here, he want to put up a fight, put him up. Yeah, he'll get you. Yeah. Dorothy, yeah. Slapped him right in his nose and he started crying like a little bitch. I tell you. Yeah, the cowardly lion. Yeah. He wanna fight, but yeah, he don't know what to do with those paws. So yeah. He never been in a fight before. He ever been in a fight before? Not in a day in his life. But yeah, But if only he had some courage, he'd be the king of the forest. Yeah, because what do you do? What do you do that nobody else does? You know? What it takes to do what nobody else does? Courage. So if only he has some courage, he'd be the king of the forest. You know? So yeah. Everybody needs something in this movie, Yeah. That lion, he needed some courage. He needed the knave just so he could become somebody that people can respect. Scarecrow, man. If only he knew where he. Oh yeah, that's right. He needed a brain. Yeah, he needed a brain just so he could know things, so he can go through life knowing things. Tin Man, if only he had a heart. If only anybody would have a heart. Yeah. But yeah, So yeah, to the Emerald City, just so they can get their attributes, the main attributes. And Dorothy, she need a ride home. I mean, she really need to get home. I mean, the last thing that she saw was her aunt. The last thing she saw was her aunt, and her aunt, according to Dorothy, she wasn't doing very well. Yeah, she had to go and see her aunt. She had to see what was going on with her. To see if she's okay. She's worried about her aunt this whole time. She worried about being at home. She wouldn't be at home to see her aunt, to see her friends, to see her uncle. You know, she wouldn't be back at the farm. She don't want life in the big city. I mean, basically, that's all it is. So yeah, and that wicked witch, that wicked witch, she's wanted a pair of shoes. She wanted her sister's shoes. So yeah, she's sending off her flying monkeys. I tell you something, the TV show Once Upon a Time, when they portrayed the flying monkeys on that show, man, they were nasty looking. Okay, some fang teeth and everything like that. Shit. They were some nasty looking motherfuckers. But these flying monkeys in this movie, man, I tell you, these flying monkeys, they were not vicious. They were not nasty. They were bad, though. But yeah, they were not. But yeah, there was no update on these type of monkeys, man. I tell you. So yeah. I tell you though, yeah. Yeah, send the flying monkeys to do some work in, to put some work in, you know. But yeah, these individuals, these 4 individuals, 5 you want to count total, they persevered. They went through this huge flower garden where they nearly fell asleep in. But yeah, once they got to the Emerald City, once they got to where the wizard is at, they got turned away. They got turned away because the guy that was at the door, you know, being a real bastard. Yeah, he turned them away, but yeah, they persevered. They powered through. They ain't kick open the door, start blasting, but still they persevered. Because they really need they need this shit, and they ain't gonna stop. Yeah, they persevered all the way through into and yeah, they met up with the wizard. The wizard told them, yeah, they need to perform this one task. They need the witch's broomstick. So yeah, wait a minute. If they get the witch's broomstick, that means they have to actually confront the witch. They got to kill this bitch. So yeah, I mean, okay, so you actually want me to get the broomstick from somebody that could kill us all with one swoop of her hand? Because she got magic and we don't? Okay, I guess. So yeah, they went to the witch's castle. They dealt with her. They dealt with the flying monkeys. They dealt with the guards. They dealt with everything. So yeah, you know, once the witch showed how wicked that she really is. When she showed them how wicked she really is. Setting the scarecrow on fire. Dorothy, she grabbed a bucket of water, she splashed the scarecrow's on to put the fire out. I was about to say unfortunately, but there is no unfortunate when it comes to a wicked witch. She splashed that water, put the fire out on the scarecrow's arm, but the water splashed on the wicked witch's face, and yeah. Ah, look what you done! I'm melting! I'm melting! Ah, what a world! What a world! How dare you try my beautiful wickedness! I mean, hey, they are what they are, and they aren't afraid to admit it. Yeah, she knows that she is wicked. She knows that she is just plain nasty. She's bad. Bad to the bone, man. She just wicked. She knows this. And she'll let you know. Even in her dying time, she'll let you know, yeah, melt down into a puddle of nothingness, just her clothes just sitting there. So yeah, the fire monkeys and the guards, hell, they don't know what to do. So yeah, they just said, "Hell, Dorothy," They made Dorothy their queen. So yeah, they took the broom and they went back to see the wizard. They went back to see the wizard just so they can get their shit. And yeah, this wizard, man, this wizard turned out to be a goddamn con artist. Okay, this guy, yeah, he put them in harm's way just so he can get whatever satisfaction that he was trying to get off of. So yeah, this guy was a goddamn con artist. Toto exposed him for what he was. Yeah, paying no attention to the man behind the curtain. So yeah. So once they pulled back that curtain, man, yeah, he was had. Yeah, he was had, and yeah, he had to admit, yeah, he's not a wizard. He's not a wizard. But he is somebody that can help him. He can help him out. Yeah. All he had to do is just talk some sense into them and convince them that they are who they are. Yeah. Cowardly Lion. Yeah, he had another way of thinking. So yeah, he had to switch his way of thinking around, and yeah, he wasn't really a coward at all. He had the courage all along. It was inside him. All he had to do was just been talked into having confidence into himself. So yeah, he gave him this wizard, this man, this man, he gave the Cowardly Lion a medal just so he can be somebody, Put the medal on his fur, you know. Yeah, you are respected. You do have courage. You had it all along, you know. Yeah, a piece of paper. That's all that the scarecrow needed. A piece of paper. Yeah, you got your degree. You know, you actually had a brain all along, guy. You know, yeah. Just talk him into it. And yeah, boom. You had a brain all along, and yeah, the Tin Man. You know, did he have a heart? Of course he did. Of course, yeah, yeah. He had a heart. He had it all along. They had everything they had all along. Yeah. He just gave him a nice little ticker. Literally, he gave him a heart with he gave him a heart shaped clock on a chain. So yeah, he had a ticker. All right, yeah, he had quite a ticker. And Dorothy, she had the means to go back home all along. Those shoes that she was wearing, Glinda the Good Witch, she let her know. She let her know. Those were her means to get home. All she had to do is click those heels 3 times and repeat, there's no place like home. As long as she believed that, she was there. She woke up after when she woke up, she was in her own bed, in her own room, in the house that didn't get swept up in the tornado in the first place. And yeah, you know, all of her friends, her uncle, her aunt, they were all there at her bedside. And yeah, she believed, there is no place like home. You know, this movie, yeah, that was the message. Yeah, what you have, what you wanted, you always had right inside of you. All you have to do is believe it. If you believe in yourself, things will happen. Good things will happen for you. As long as you believe in yourself. And that's what happened. You know, she believed that there's no place like home. And she was home. You know? This movie, a lot of meaning, a lot of heart, a lot of magic. You know, this movie, it will never die. The Wizard of Oz, great stuff, 100% straight up 5 out of 5. You know, this movie is straight up legend. That's my review, Jack, and I'm sticking to it. Now, next week, another top 5 list.